So let's talk about Bitcoin first. Then we'll talk about Ethereum and why I posted that Ethereum thesis in Telegram and in Discord yesterday on why I thought Ethereum is going to be the one to watch, the next mover, the queue for alts. Real quick before I get into the charts, shout out to our sponsors, PrimeXBT. So if you want to support me, the best way to do it, sign up to PrimeXBT using the link in the description, deposit some money on there. Make sure you put in code MAIN50 before you deposit anything and start trading along with me on there. That's going to be the best way to support me if you would like to. If you do that and send me a DM letting me know you've done it, I'll invite you to the Discord as well. That is free. So shout out to the Prime team. If you want to trade equities, things like that with me, you can trade gold, you can trade Forex, all with crypto, no KYC on Prime. So let's get into the charts here. So Bitcoin breaking out, right? So is this the bottom? Was this just it? Is this the biggest bull trap? This is the bear bait. Everyone got fucked. If you didn't buy back in, it's over. You missed the bottom. We're going fucking back to all-time high. I don't know. I personally don't think so. Even if this is the bottom, I think it's much more likely that we still range a little bit more before going up, starting a new bull run. I just don't see the bull run starting until kind of maybe later in the year or into early 2024 with that halvening narrative in 2024 in the latter part of the year. I think that's much more realistic for when the new bull run starts. That being said, price is up a lot and a lot of people are definitely hating this rally, right? Shorting every level on the way up, hating the rally, sidelined money. That generally, right, can mean this can squeeze a lot higher than people think. So it's going to be tricky to navigate, right? Because if this is just a bear market rally, and this is going to result in this. I'm not saying necessarily new lows, but eventually a big dump. Trying to time this is going to be very hard. But we will effectively continue to play with momentum, right? So when I saw ETH looking bullish, right? You want to play into ETH. And then I said also look into altcoins. I talked about looking at laggards. Find altcoins that, we had a lot of altcoins that did this. And then we had other altcoins that were still here. Right? I'm like, okay, which of these two do you want along? You want along this one for the catch-up play. And I posted a bunch of examples of those while I was away, and I know some of you got in on them. Again, it's going to be hard to try and time the top, but as long as things are going up, as long as bullish market structure is being maintained, I don't see any issue in continuing to try and play the long side. There's still going to be laggards. There's still going to be some first movers. There's going to be, everything is extremely highly correlated, right? This is a highly correlated market, and the main driver of the market, which is Bitcoin, is up 55%. Now, where does this move top? Where do we potentially get a pullback? That's going to be kind of, I think, the pertinent information for you guys at this point. We've had this range, right, on Bitcoin for a little while now, and I talked about this on a previous stream, right? Being like, okay, well, if this is just the deviation, reclaim this, target the range high. Now, we've basically done this in one fucking move. On the high time frame. If you do go down to the daily, you get a little bit of detail, right? We had our reclaim of the range. We went directly to mid-range before any significant pullback. Small pullback, pushed up again. We then consolidated right in the OTE of this price swing, right? So if you pull your fib from there to there, this is going to be your 7.9 retracement, 78.6 retracement. Struggled there, but it's getting another push, and it looks like range high here is inevitable. It's within, spitting distance at this point. So if you've been trying to short this, you've been getting blown the fuck out. We've reclaimed easily over these highs here. This seems to be the most obvious next draw, right? Is the range high and then this swing high here. That seems to be the most obvious draw in my view for Bitcoin. If it's going to just continue to push higher, that's where the liquidity is on the high time frame. I think before back down. I do think there is a chance that we eventually get, some sort of pullback to maybe here, and then maybe we get another chance to long higher. I don't know yet. I don't know how long this rally is going to go on. I don't know what stocks are going to do. I do think that there is still juice in the tank for one more push up in crypto and one more push up in equities, maybe to this double top area up here around 4,200 or maybe as high as 4,300. Coinciding with another move up on Bitcoin past 25K. So if that happens, if we continue to be bullish, if this entire next week is bullish, we just want to play into momentum. You want to find altcoins that are lagging structurally. See how we're kind of like had our potential top here, false breakdown, now pushing higher. So compare that to a coin like Link, still hasn't had that push higher yet, right? So maybe Link gets a catch-up leg. right? And outperforms. Again, you're going to want to compare alts against each other. You're going to want to compare alts against BTC and ETH themselves before deciding what you want to long, right? To make sure that you're longing the right one. But everything is going up right now. And if everything continues to go up, we want to play into that momentum. It's as simple as that, okay? We're going to allow BTC and Ethereum to do their thing. If they remain bullish and they continue to push higher, we will look to play into that upward momentum on the long side. That being said, I do believe, the air is getting thin up here. I said that here and we're pushing up, right? Like it can still go higher. It doesn't mean the top is in, but I think the top is getting close, at least a temporary top. Whether it's here or it's at 26, 27K, I don't know yet. But I think if you got long in this lower consolidation for a trade, I'm not like, if you just bought spot here and you're holding it till new all-time high, do your thing. But if you're like trying to trade this and you got long here, maybe you took some off here, maybe you take some off more here, because I do think eventually we get a chance to reload. Like we haven't had one of those big shakeouts yet. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna go like this, just all the way back to all-time high. Just not. That's not how it goes. Eventually it gets too steep. You get the big shakeout, and then if it's bullish, you get a higher low. Similar to like this. Everyone's like, there will be no pullback. There will be no pullback. There will be no pullback, right? Parabola breaks, big shakeout. Bunch of people get wrecked, think the top is in. Really, it's just a shakeout into support. And it's bullish, ends up going up higher anyways. So I still do think we're due for some sort of kind of shakeout, but where that happens, that's a difficult task to try and pinpoint. We're into resistance, right? We have this bearish weekly order block here. We have this range high, but if I'm looking at this, I don't know, man. I think realistically, this gap maybe, and then you have this high here. I think this is a more realistic area before a big pullback. I don't know though, but from just a purely looking at the chart perspective, if we maintain this bullishness, I think the liquidity still lies to the upside. So we want to be favoring longs. And this high comes in at 25,230. This fair value gap is around 26, 27K. Maybe we get that push here and then we get a correction. Now, in terms of where I want to buy the dip, depending on what happens here, right? If this breaks out heavily, this consolidation now becomes an area of support. And then obviously we have this consolidation here at the mid-range. So if this continues to break out and trades higher, pullbacks into the previous consolidation would be the eventual, potential buy the dip zones, or, we go up much deeper. That would be the plan. To keep it simple here, if we are breaking out of this range, like we did here, right? If you're a bull, effectively, you do not want this trading back within this range. That would be the kind of only bearish scenario I see happening right here, is if this breakout fails and we trade back into this range, then all of a sudden you got kind of a pretty clear deviation. Okay, maybe this is a temporary top and we're going to pull back to 21.5 now. I don't know. So you're going to need to see some more candle closes and things like that. But as it stands right now, this breakout looks good, right? But yeah, I would love to see one more big push up and then some pullback. 25, 26, 27K. This goes all the way up to 29K here, and you have this weekly bearish order block here right near 30K. You also have 30K psychological resistance, if you want to call it that. Let's see what happens, man. I'm gonna hopefully make some money along the way. I'm definitely interested in playing longs if I see clear ones, and I'm definitely interested in seeing if there's weakness. If we continue to move higher, looking for signs of weakness. But shorting's been very hard. Even if you're scalping shorts here in this range, which was very viable, you had multiple kind of mean reversions here. But look how quick, right? They reversed, right? You catch a short here, you're right back at entry. Catch a short here, right back at entry. So very difficult market to short, and I suspect it's going to stay that way. But let's see how this daily candle closes. We have that kind of ugly wick up here. If this candle closes, super bullish right through, obviously leads me to believe that this is just, strong as shit, and it's just going to go higher. So Ethereum, we talked about that 1600 level being key. I said outside of it being a key level from a PA perspective, in my opinion, you basically can visually just draw that kind of area out here. You can see that this is key, right? Top, then bottom, bounces. Once it's below, it's rejecting. Trades above it. As soon as it trades back below, big sell-off. Caps the market again, big sell-off. Now we're right back at it. So this is obviously a very key zone. It was very simple for me in that I'm like, okay, usually when price trades above this zone, it likes to trade higher. When it gets below this zone, it usually goes lower, right? So trades above here, goes higher, higher, right? Trades above, goes higher, gets back below, trades lower, right? So to me, it was kind of like a bull bear idea, okay? As long as we're holding this area, we're bullish above this area, I think price can go higher. I also explained something with like the order block that was potentially forming here, right? Being right at 1600. You can see that here, right? So if this is able to make a new high, right? So I guess the relevant swing high would be right here, or actually here. So regardless, if this 12-hour candle, this daily candle closes in 5 or 6 hours or so, if it closes how it's closing, you know, above these highs, this is a bullish order block here. And that 1600 level is right in line with that bullish order block. If you watch my bullish order block video, what are the makings of a good order block? I want them to happen near key high time frame levels. Those are good order blocks generally. So once we had that kind of analysis done, I posted this chart, I think yesterday was here, and I said, listen guys, 1600 remains the key level. And if you're looking now, we're at the H4, resistance, support, resistance, we're now back above. So you want this to become support if you're a bull. There was a setup here, I posted it on Discord and Telegram, but I basically said, hey, reclaim 16. Look what happened, right? We deviated it, broke down, reclaim, strong close in. Now we're definitely reclaimed, retest, zoom. And then I had another kind of intermediary level here at 1620, this kind of 4-hour order block. And I was like, okay, through here, definitely bullish. And we got that super strong close through. And there's your kind of resulting pump. Bitcoin is underperforming Ethereum. We've had this range on FBTC for fucking ever. This little range has been here for literally like going on 2 years. We've been in this range. BTC's been murdering F over the last 3 weeks. Most of the month of January, BTC's been outperforming Ethereum. Where are we coming into though? Coming into this mid-range. We have support here. So one of the reasons I posted that F setup as opposed to a Bitcoin setup was because of this chart. FBTC coming into resistance, or into support, excuse me, and both F and BTC at resistance. So if FBTC is at support and both F and BTC are at resistance, if you're trying to make a bet that they break out, the bet would be that F is going to break out harder because of where FBTC is. This is support. If we are to lose this though, right, and this rolls over, you're going to see that revert and Bitcoin is going to continue to outperform F. Looking at Stonks, this looks like a higher low here. So we have this trend line that everyone's been fucking jizzing over that we're like kind of closing through. I think we probably don't trade higher than here. That's what I think. Like, I don't know. I think maybe here, kind of a double top, right? And then down. I don't even know if we get that high, but if we get another leg up in stocks, that's going to be bullish for crypto, right? That's going to be bullish for risk. That's going to give us that extra leg up on Bitcoin, etc. If this is the top and this just rolls, then I don't know. I personally still am of the belief that stocks trade down to these pre-COVID levels before the bottom is in. Whether that happens from here or from higher, I don't know, but I don't think this is just going to a new all-time high. Maybe it's going a lot higher than we think. I genuinely don't know. Like, you know, there's the echo bubble narrative with crypto. What do stocks have to do to allow that? Is it just trade higher and not completely die? I don't know, but in terms of like, oh, new all-time high coming on equities, I don't think so. I think much more likely we get some sort of double top. I'd be very surprised if we trade above, you know, this area in here. But we'll see. Why is crypto rallying so fucking hard? Look at the chart on the dollar since September. It's down 10%. Where is Bitcoin? It's up 30% since the same time. Obviously, this little blip was from the FTX thing. That's another thing that makes you even more potentially bullish is like the way the dollar was trading, this breakout, I think was going to happen from here. But then we had FTX. Fuck us. Because if you actually look, dollar continued to drop and stocks ripped. FTX fucking sent crypto lower. I think this breakout we're priming for based on the dollar was going to happen fucking here. I'm thinking this thing has to bounce soon. You know, the selling is getting less steep. Super steep, slightly less steep, slightly less steep, right? It's starting to slow down in terms of the price decreases. I think that this is due for a significant bounce sooner than later, and that's going to be the temp top, right? I've talked about how tight the correlation is with the dollar to crypto and to gold right now. If you're trying to time the top on crypto and gold, this needs to bounce. This needs to bottom, and I think they're going to happen very much at the same time. Whether that bottom is here, I don't know. I do think eventually we get some sort of big bounce. My ideal scenario would be this, right? And then slowly back down. Crypto gets a big pullback. This is the bottom for crypto. And then we get dollar weakness going into the end of 2023, 2024. I posted a chart about this, and we get crypto bottom and start to be, on a bull run. So I do think that's eventually going to happen, but we're due for some sort of at least short-term bounce. Question is, do we run this low first or not? If we start this week bearish, running this low, that's where I think the reversal will happen. So if this week starts bearish, we run this low, Bitcoin's going to 25K plus, Ethereum's going to 1800, gold's going fucking higher. And then if this reverses, probably start looking to potentially at least get out of that risk positions, right? Look for shorts, things like that on weakness. That's kind of the plan I would be playing with. So you've got a very clear level here, major swing low. So very clear swing low. We're very close to it in price. We have put in, a fucking sweep here on the H12, but unless that breaks above here, 102.4280, unless this breaks above here like this, I think running this low is more likely. And what I want to see once this low gets run effectively is I want to see a move below here and then a bullish shift in market structure. That would be the trigger to start shorting gold, maybe Bitcoin, things like that. So we'll wait and see, but I'll be watching this chart closely this week. I think, like I said, I think we're going to have an interesting week with FOMC. Let's wait and see what happens, okay? Yo, what is up, party people? I'm actually at my computer and I might be able to make $1. And I gotta chill in Mexico and work on my non-existent tan. Eating and drinking and fucking. Gross. But I did. And it seems like so does every other idiot. What a weird coincidence. Holy fuck. What? I've had sex. You calling me a bitch? I refuse to answer that fucking question. Seriously, sexual intercourse. I've had it more than once. You can't get rid of me. You don't care that I'm doing a fast. Fuck you. It is what it is. Holy cow. Anyways, God, I'm all over the place today. Should have taken my meds. So it's not going great, guys. God, if you guys remember, I'm actually trying to find the tweet. That's why I'm not making eye contact with you right now. You know I like to make eye contact with you guys. Gross. If you think that a multi-billion-dollar market cap coin pumps because of something someone on Twitter has said, you're dumb. Thank you, bro. Good. I'm glad, man. Oh, excuse me. Big week. You know what else is big? My love for Jesus Christ. Can I get an amen? Amen, brother.